Hello everybody, this is Tyler Baker, the soon-to-be pastor of Valley Baptist Church and the former deacon of Faithful Word Baptist Church in Phoenix, Arizona, pastored by Stephen L. Anderson. Now this is going to be a response video, a first of many response videos to Stephen L. Anderson. It's all just the lies, the false accusations, the railings, just the wickedness and the evil that this guy has spewed from his mouth just over the past many months. And this is just still going on, so it's ridiculous, it's so ungodly, unchristian. So many people are just going along with this, like this is all right. And so I'm going to make a video, I'm going to make a series of videos. I'm going to make many videos responding to him. I'm going to start with a response to his first video that he made about me being fired. Tyler Baker fired from FWBC. Now, as I said, I work as the deacon, for Stephen L. Anderson, for Pastor Stephen L. Anderson for Faithful Word Baptist Church. And supposedly, if you watch the video, I'm fired because, I believe in a false doctrine. I'm a oneness, I'm a modalist. Those are all lies to begin with. I'm going to be preaching a series at Valley Baptist Church on Sunday nights, going through in the very beginning the nature of God, just so that I clarify the position that we hold, the position that we believe. The guy is a total liar. He's represented our position from the very beginning. He has no interest in the truth. He's a complete and absolute liar. Now, supposedly, I was fired for that, for my false beliefs, according to him. But it's funny because when you listen to the video, he goes over, he just keeps talking about how I'm lazy, how I'm ignorant, how I'm arrogant. And I'm going to go over the reason why he said all those things, why he had to fill the video up with all of those accusations and not with, why the whole video didn't just consist of my false teachings, my false doctrine, and all of that. Now, I want to first just go over all the false accusations about me and about while I work at Faithful Word Baptist Church. Supposedly, I'm this lazy, horrible, terrible worker. I'm going to begin when I moved to Faithful Word Baptist Church. In 2014, in July, the end of July, beginning of August, is when I moved to Faithful Word Baptist Church. I came down a month before that, in the month of June, to look for work and lodging for my family and I. At that time, I stayed with a guy named Charlie Jeffrey. I was there for about 3 or 4 days. Matt Adams, the guy that lived underneath of them at that time, he would bring up to me all the time, you're never here, you're always gone throughout the day. He would talk to me about that later. You were never there. And he would bring up to me multiple times. I was out all day looking for jobs. I found a few jobs, and I ended up taking one, sticking with one, which was a really large telecommunications company, a big networking company in the Phoenix area. I worked there for about 3 or 4 months, and it was in the fall, maybe around October, November. I worked just as a technician during that period of time, and I was given a promotion, and I was a foreman from about October, November to December, somewhere around then. And then I was given an additional promotion. When I was a foreman, I was just an on-site foreman, just like an on-site supervisor. We just did data, cabling, communications, fiber, things like that. And then in January, end of December, beginning of January, I was given an additional promotion as a project manager. I served as a project manager at that company for about a year. And the reason I worked there for a year is because at the very end of that year, in 2015, Pastor Anderson approached me and presented the job opportunity to work for the church. And I was very interested in it, but I will admit I was very nervous. He told me nobody ever worked for the church. I didn't know what the financial state of the church was, and it made me nervous just switching jobs. I liked my job a lot. And I even presented to him at that time, hey, what about, I work a lot of hours now for my company now, like 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. What about I work full-time for you and full-time for them? And I'll work, on the days that I'm off, Saturdays, Sundays here, I'll work nights throughout the week. And if, he lied about so much, I don't know if he'll lie about this too, but you can ask him about that. And he said, no, I need somebody, I got so much work I can hire. He was just explaining there's so much work, you hire 2 people, I don't know exactly what he said, but he's like, I need you to come on, as a full-time employee, I need to be able to, use you throughout the days and stuff like that. So I came on as a full-time employee and on January 1st, 2015, it would have been 2016. January 1st, 2016. January 1st, I was hired on at Faithful Word Baptist Church. Now, I was not originally hired on as a deacon. I was originally hired on as a servant, just a servant at the church. Now, the reason for that was because it was going to be a 3-month trial period. It was going to be a 3-month trial period, and then he would find out at the end of the 3 months whether I was going to be hired. Well, guess what? Whether I was going to be ordained and keep serving as a deacon. Guess what? He ordained me. There's a video on, I just actually put it on private on my YouTube, but if anybody wants to see that, anybody who's following the movement knows these things to be true that I'm going to go over. And it just makes all these claims ridiculous, and it's just totally ridiculous. So, I was hired on after a 3-month trial period. So if I was so lazy, if I was so ignorant, if I was so arrogant, why would you hire me on after, isn't that the purpose of a trial period, whether to find out if somebody's a good worker or not? Not only that, I want to say this too, I had a good job working as a project manager, and Pastor Anderson agreed to hire me on at the same wage of which I was being paid as a project manager, which was $25 an hour. Now, why would you hire on a guy, and not only hire him on, because you wouldn't know then, but after 3 months, you just keep paying him the same wage, $25 an hour. And let's say you could approach that person and say, hey, I don't feel like you're worth what I'm paying you right now, I'm going to deduct your wages to $21 an hour, maybe you could just say this isn't working out if you didn't want to go through that. But I continued to make $25 an hour the entire time I worked there. Not only did I make $25 an hour, at the end of that year, around fall time, October, November, Pastor Stephen L. Anderson gave me a raise. So I ended up making $26 an hour at the end of that year. There's plenty of people that I actually told this about when I worked there. I didn't maybe tell them exactly how much I made, but I mentioned this to them. I actually thought that Pastor Anderson was a very good employer. He was a good employer while I worked there. He treated me very well. See, he may just lie about all this crap, and he just may have zero integrity in this situation, but I'm not going to do that. I believe that Pastor Anderson was a very good employer, and I actually would brag to people about how well he treated me and stuff like that, as an employee. He treated me very well until, something ended up happening, and I'm going to get into all that, what actually took place. Now, at the end of that year, he ended up giving me $1 an hour raise. What? Number one, I'm already making $25 an hour. If I am like this horribly crappy employee, the last thing you're going to do is give me $1 an hour raise. Now, at this time, I just kept serving at the church. I had been preaching at the church the entire time. Not only have I been preaching at the church, we took on a new ministry, Faithful Word Baptist Church North. And guess what I was told specifically? You're going to be the head of that ministry. I want this to be kind of like, I don't remember exactly how I put it, but I want you to kind of manage things at Faithful Word Baptist Church North. And that was what I did the entire time. I wrote the bulletins. We took in the offering. I made sure I got the offering from all the other guys. We counted it with all the other offerings. And I did everything there. I uploaded all the videos for everybody to the website. I made sure I got the media from them. And I did everything at Faithful Word Baptist Church North base. But actually, the other guys, I'm saying as far as administrative work. And so I got the $1 an hour raise. I'm continually given obligations. And Pastor Anderson too, he wants to say like, he never like, one time, the entire time I was there, and it's literally like 2 weeks before I was ordained, did he ever like rebuke me or sharply correct me. He corrected me a few times, like, as in, hey, you don't do that way, or hey, I would rather have this or do that. He sharply corrected me one time, and this was about 2 to 3 weeks, it was in front of his wife and him in my office, and I made a mistake on something. That's why he corrected me. He wants to act, I don't know if he's went around and told people that, if he wants to try to act like he went around rebuking me all the time, that's a total and absolute lie too. If he's doing that, why would I just continue to serve there? Why would I continue to be the deacon? Why would I be given $1 an hour raise? And not only that, at the end of that year, when it came Christmas time, we were actually expanding, and we were building the kitchen at that time. We were putting in, some stuff in there, and I do like construction work and stuff like that, so I was kind of heading up the kitchen work. We were in there, we were putting in the cabinets and all that. And there was a piece that was wrong, or that they gave us that was missing. It was a piece missing, I believe. And Brother Garrett was there. Pastor Anderson was there. And I said, hey, it was like 6 o'clock. I was like, I'm going to run out real quick and go get that piece from, we got it at IKEA. And Pastor Anderson follows me outside to my van while I'm getting my van. And he's talking to me about how he wants to give me a bonus. And he's like, hey, I've been thinking about giving you a Christmas bonus. Like I said, he was a great employer. I had no problems with him. Now he just wants to lie about my, my work ethic while I was an employee there. He's like, hey, I want to give you a Christmas bonus. I'm like, oh yeah, I really appreciate it. And he's like, how much do you want? And I told him, like, I don't have a clue, like, even where to begin. Like, how to give you a number, I have no idea. what I should even, I don't know. He's like, have you ever been given a Christmas bonus? And I said, yeah, I've been given like gift cards. I've never been given like money. And I didn't want to like, say, I didn't want to like say some number like $100. And he's like, whoa, or whatever, $200. And he's like, whoa. And he's like, hey, how about $1,000? And I was like blown away. I was like, that is way more than I would even expected you to say. That is, and I was like, very thankful. I told him, thank you very much. And I actually went out and I bought, with $100 of the Christmas bonus. I'd heard him and his wife talk about how they love going to the Brazilian steakhouse. So I went out and I got them a gift card to the Brazilian steakhouse and gave it to him. Somebody with me. I can't remember who it was. Somebody who was working, who was visiting the church and rode with me when we went out there. I don't remember who it was. But we went out there and I got that from the Brazilian steakhouse and gave them that gift card. But the point is this: I worked there for a year now. You've given me $1 an hour raise, and not only have you given me $1 an hour raise, I'm making $26 an hour. I'm not making like, what you would pay like a laborer at a warehouse. And not only that, you gave me a $1,000 Christmas bonus. Pastor Anderson gave me a $1,000 Christmas bonus at the end of that year. Now, I don't think that he's gonna lie about all these things, but I have no idea because just his recent videos that he's come out with are just disgusting. Like the stuff that he says, I would never imagine him to say. The guy just went off the deep end, like really super bad. And so he gave me that $1,000 Christmas bonus. The very next month is when I went out and I held the Soul Marathon in Jacksonville. If I am this big idiot, why would you send me single-handedly, by myself, without help, to a foreign city to hold and host this marathon on behalf of your church? And I'm coordinating the whole thing. And when we all have all the other Soul Marathons, almost all of them, I would make the maps, and at least half of them, I would make the maps. I would do all kinds of things for that, for the Soul Marathon. This one, I coordinated everything. Every single last aspect of the marathon, I did everything. And supposedly I'm this ignorant, arrogant, lazy, stupid person. Why would you do that? Why would you be afraid? I'm going to send him out there, he's going to fail, he's going to make me look stupid. So, not only that, during this whole time, it would take forever to go over the responsibilities and everything that I was doing. I was doing the taxes for the church. I was doing all the accounting work. I was doing, website updates. I was ordering, all of our Bibles, all of our hymnals. I was picking all this material up. If we had invitations, I was getting those. I was getting, all of the cleaning supplies. I was, it could just go on and on. I was doing the paper. The printers needed ink. I would go get that. If we had some sort of technical difficulty, I would work on that. Like I said, I was updating Faithful Word North website. I actually designed that website. I had no clue how to design websites, and until then. And Pastor Anderson even taught me some HTML code to work on Faithful Word's website for a little while. I just had like a list of just tons and tons of responsibilities. I did everything for the church until Brother Derek came on board, and then Brother Segura came on board. So all the way up until this point, January, I held the Jacksonville Soul Marathon. Not only that, I went around and preached in all of these other churches. I went and preached at Word of Truth. Why would he be doing all these things? Pastor Anderson on his Facebook was actively promoting Valiant Baptist Church. If you had questions about sending me out, that's the last thinking thing you'd be doing. You just keep promoting the church. If you had questions and you were just kind of, you just didn't want to tell anybody, you're doing the exact opposite of that. You would just have been quiet. You wouldn't be. And you know what? Somebody called in like in February or so. Everybody knows it's a Faithful Word Baptist Church. Somebody called in and they were requesting for Pastor Anderson to come to their funeral because their son had died. A very nice woman in Washington. And Pastor Anderson was going to be at Old Path Baptist Church that same exact weekend, so he recommends for me to go preach at the funeral. Do you see like the types of responsibilities, the types of things that he's just handing off to me? So he flies me all the way to Washington. I preach at this funeral. Not only that, while I'm there, he comes up with the idea, hey, I'm going to call Pastor Jimenez. I'm going to ask Pastor Jimenez if you can preach at Barry, Vancouver while you're there. So after I preached at the funeral, I drove down, I preached at Barry, Vancouver, and then I flew back to Phoenix, Arizona. Any soul winning marathon that I wanted to go to, Pastor Anderson would always just book me a ticket and he'd pay for it. I mean, like I said, he was super generous while I worked there. And he was a great employer, like I said. Now, he ended up calling Barry, Vancouver. I preached there. Not only that, a little while after I preached at Barry, Vancouver, Pastor Jimenez called Pastor Anderson and asked and invited me to come preach at his church. He's like, hey, I don't know exactly what he said, but he asked me and went through Pastor Anderson before he had asked me to make sure it was okay, because obviously, I work for Pastor Anderson, make sure I can take that time off. Pastor Anderson agrees. Why would you keep doing this? Why would you be sending me out to preach at these churches, paying, money for me to go out there and host a funeral, or conduct a funeral, preach at a funeral, host a soul winning marathon, just actively promoting the church, giving me $1,000 Christmas bonus, giving me $1 an hour raise? The guy is a bold-faced liar. He is a complete and absolute liar. None of this makes sense. And with somebody with a half a brain in their head that's not just like, whatever Pastor Anderson says, I'm just going to listen to every word that he says, they would say, like, none of this makes sense. Not only that, and I'm going to show the clip here at the end of this video, about, I guess it was like 4 or 5 months before all of this went down, 6 months maybe before I was supposed to be sent out. Pastor Anderson stands up behind the pulpit, and he's preaching double-minded and unstable from the book of James. And he's preaching on Brother Miller at that time had his downfall when he went out. He started the church, Soul Winning Baptist Church in Tennessee, and the church was disbanded. He just left and talked to everybody, explained that he was going to close the church. Well, Pastor Anderson preached a whole sermon about it and talked about it and addressed the whole issue. And I'll just show a clip here in a minute, but he's going over like, from this point forward, we're going to be even more strenuous on our qualifications, and we're going to watch guys even closer. And he mentions, a few people brought up to me how they had some reservations about it, and I wish they would have brought it to me sooner. And now, from now on, we're going to be, so much more tighter on our qualifications when we send someone out. Right after saying that, and supposedly in the midst of me being lazy and all that, this is what he says. He says, it takes more than just preaching. There's other qualifications. Brother Miller's a great preacher. Brother Miller was a good preacher. He says, Brother Miller's a great preacher. He said, you know how many guys we have in the preaching class? And he says, we have like 30 or 40, I don't remember a lot. And he says, do you know how many we have that are qualified to pastor a church? And he says, one. Brother Tyler Baker, or Tyler Baker, something like that. So, anybody with a brain in their head would say, you know what? None of this makes sense. Even if you don't believe, the stuff about the $1 an hour raise, which I'm sure he'll tell the truth about. I don't know how sure I am now, but the $1 an hour raise, the Christmas bonus, that I had a 3-month trial period. I served as a deacon the entire time. I'm allowed to preach behind his pulpit. Not only that, let me make another point too. I thought about this. Think about this for a minute. I preach behind Pastor Anderson's pulpit, and not only I preach behind his pulpit, but I was sent to preach behind other men's pulpits that he's very close to, that he loves and adores and things like that. And almost every time I preach in some way about working hard, striving for mastery. Why sit we here until we die? Multiple times I preach behind his pulpit at Faithful Word Baptist Church. Why sit we here until we die? Happy are these thy servants. You know what the subject or the topic of the sermon was? Working hard, being a good steward, being a good servant. Do you expect me to believe that you allow your deacon to stand up behind the pulpit and preach on the subject of work, of being a good servant, when he's lazy, when he's arrogant, when he's ignorant, when he's stupid, when he's just this crappy employee? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You know that? You have two choices then. These are your choices, Pastor Anderson. You're either a complete and absolute liar, that's the right choice. You're a liar. Either that, or you're a woman. Or you're too sissified. You're too big of a sissy. You're too scared to approach your deacon and say, hey, you shouldn't be preaching about that. You shouldn't be talking about subjects like that because you're lazy. Why did I keep preaching about it? But let me get back to the video clip. So in the clip, he's talking about, we have one guy that can pastor, Brother Tyler Baker. This is like months before I'm sent out. And then supposedly he just comes out with this video. He was lazy and arrogant, ignorant all along. All along. But but he gave me a $1 raise at $26 an hour. He gave me, a $1,000 Christmas bonus. He sends me all these churches. He promotes the church actively. He says, months before I'm supposed to be sent out, bro, Tyler Baker's the only person. You have got to be just a blind, I don't understand, like, it's just so ridiculous that people could just go along with this. It just shows how many people out there just have no desire to know the truth. They have no desire to know, what really went on in all these situations. And I'm going to go through, this is the first of many videos, I'm going to go through so many false accusations from him, from, so many other people. It's just totally and absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing, I would rather all of this just go away. Totally. Just leave us alone. We're going to go serve God. Time will tell. When we're serving God for 10 years and we're still preaching the right gospel and and all of our doctrine is still straight, because I'm going to straighten out, clarify everything about what we really believe as well. But in 10 years, when all that's the same, and we're still serving God and we're still exactly the same, and everything's been, clarified, it's going to prove that you were a liar all along, that we weren't these heretic, modalist, evil, wicked people coming in to subvert people. And I'm going to make videos about supposedly the people that I was stealing from the church, all of that stuff. I'm going to address each point of this. The guy's a total and absolute liar. This video just proves that the guy lies. He's not, it couldn't be any more pathetic. It really, really couldn't. And it couldn't be any more pathetic for people that are willing to go along with this. It makes no sense. You have to be blind or dumb to believe it. I'm going to end with the clip out of Pastor Stephen Anderson's own mouth.
But the thing about it is, there'll be 30 or 40 guys that show up to preach, but guess what? Those 30, 40 guys are not all cut out pastor. Not even close. You know how many guys we have right now that are ready to be sent out as a pastor? One. And that's Tyler Baker. One. Okay, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.